These are some real-life locations from the GTA 6 trailer found in real-life Google Street View. But first, I just want to showcase Joel Franco's video. He actually lives near Miami, and he does lots of Miami-focused videos, but also, he does GTA 6 videos as well. He goes through the locations in real life, so that video, I'm gonna be honest, go watch that video first, that is amazing. This video is gonna be focusing on some major buildings, some real-life locations. So let's hop onto Google Street View. So let's start off with the main cities before we get to exact locations. So first we have downtown Miami, of course, Vice City, it's known as from all the way back to the original Vice City game. Of course we have South Beach, which is Miami Beach. We have the Florida Keys, aka Lenoda Keys, as it's called in GTA 6. We also know Jason will be living in the Florida Keys at some part of the story. We see his house on the stilts. That is the main indication that it is on the Florida Keys. And of course, it's an island, so that's going to be at least be a major part of the storyline for some time, because you can see in the clips, in the trailer clips, that it actively progresses with the construction. He says he's fixing some leaks, but he's literally fixing some leaks. You can see him fixing his house on the inside. First part, you can see some more wood. Second part with Lucy and Jason inside, it's more complete. Still under construction, but more complete. So there's could be some progression like an RDR2 had, where NPCs actually build over time. That's definitely going to be a thing, but this time with the main character, Jason. Also, in the Lenoda Keys, we have Rain Barrel Village, which is called in real life. We don't know the name of it in GTA 6, but we do know it is in the Florida Keys, at least. That is the screenshot with the woman on the mobility scooter and all the tourist bus. Big tourist hotspot in real life. We know Vice City is in Vice-Dale County. That might have Port Gellhorn in it as well. We know the Vice City docks is going to be in it. We have the big Royal Caribbean ship in one of the screenshots as well. That is amazing. Very excited for the just overall docking area. Of course, big mansions there as well, surprisingly. Even though it's near the docks, cruise ships, there's also big, massive mansions. Some of the most expensive homes in real life in the whole United States. Those bunch of areas of islands, which we will be looking at the exact locations in a few minutes, is called City Island. Biscayne Island, I think. I'm probably very much mispronouncing that, but that's what it's called. Bunch of mansions. Also, I think that's where Tommy lives in Vice City as well, one of those. Of course, Ocean Drive is going to be a main hotspot in GTA 6. Along with the Boardwalk Hotel, all of that classic Vice City stuff. Wynwood is also going to be a location from the first trailer we saw with all the big customized vehicles and such. The Grassrivers, which is of course the Everglades in real life. Grassrivers is in Kelly County. Port Gellhorn, which is a major part of the story, it might be even where we start off at, because in the leaked gameplay clips, this is my little theory. Some people agree with me on this, some people disagree with me on this, but my theory is that the original leaked gameplay clip where we are robbing Hank's Waffles, that is in Port Gellhorn. You can read on the police vehicles, Port Gellhorn Police. I think that is the intro. Of course, classic Rockstar intro, just little robbery here and there, little robbery at a small cafe, but also you could clearly see the tutorial tips, which is not showcased in any other of the gameplays. So that is, of course, why I think it's pretty much confirmed that's at least the intro, or maybe a scrapped intro at that. But that takes place in Port Gellhorn. Another major part which Rockstar is promoting big time is Ambrosa, aka Clewiston in real life. I think I'm saying that right. Kind of a more industrial side of town, maybe a little bit to the west or south of Miami. Now here is the fan-made map. People are still working on it, always working on it, and with GTA 5 it was kind of right. The fan-made map with GTA 5 was actually impressive. So the water might be a little bit different, the overall outline might be a little different, but the city streets, those are pretty accurate just based on looking at the screenshots as well and all the gameplay clips, even the mini-map we see in the gameplay clips. But main points I would point out, downtown Vice City right here, the docks, here is where actually maybe it would be somewhere, I think one of these islands, right here. Or I was thinking also right here, but maybe that's something different. But somewhere around here would be some ports. Looks like there's more than one port, so maybe it's this one, the Ferry Island. You have Hamlet over here, very small town. Watson Bay. Again, this is the screenshot with the harbor and the eatery. Port Gellhorn, this is, again, where I think it's good. The main story game is going to start. We're going to have the main robbery mission intro to the game. Hank's Waffles is somewhere over here. Mount Caliga is over here, again with Georgia State up above it, possibly being part of the map as well. Again, this is what I'm saying. There might be water, but also, what if they don't just make it water anymore? That would be a first for a GTA series where they just have land, like in RDR2. Again, what I'm saying, what if they just practice in RDR2 for GTA 6? Very good possibility. And here in Vice Beach, we have the, obviously, Vice Beach right here. Ocean Drive. Wanting Sands is over here. North Vice, pretty empty right now as far for the fan-made map. And Lenoda Keys, obviously, all the way down here. And Jason, maybe he lives right here maybe as well. We know he is going to be in the Florida Keys for a good part of the game. So the first thing I want to look at is right here, right on this highway. Of course, this has to be a little before downtown because you are heading towards downtown North 97 to Port VC. Also, the airport is right ahead, and Southside Peacock Bay. That is very important. And here's where I believe that it is taking place. You see kind of the same building over here. You have this big roundish building, another little building over here. There are no circle buildings, but you do have these, which look kind of similar, I'm not gonna lie. Also over here, you have some palm trees in the video, but over here, it's just a building. Oh, you also have some palm trees. Look at that, huh? Just looking at the side by side, this picture right here, I mean, you have these buildings, this one building right in front of you. Little side over here, looking very similar. You have maybe a little different angle, of course, in GTA. Probably right here, you have two buildings, another building over here. So yeah, it looks very similar to me. I think this is the best spot where it could be at on the highway here. And here's where it's at. When you zoom out downtown Miami over here, the airport right over here, you go on this highway over here. And the plane, it does match up. It's going a little on an angle this way. And the port obviously over here. Now this one is the screenshot with the big Ferris wheel, the Royal Caribbean cruise ship in the background. One of my favorites just because of the cruise ship. And going over here, this is where it's at, Night City Hall. You have this billboard that matches up perfectly. This round building over here. This is the main building. We're looking at all the vehicles over here. The Ferris wheel should be somewhere around here. And of course the cruise ship, you have the bridge and the cruise ship parked right there. And where is the Ferris wheel? I think the Ferris wheel is right here, which we don't have it in Street View, it looks like right now. But also right over here is Bayfront Park, which is where we saw Jason in the leaks in 2022. So that's right across the street, really. So we know that's also going to be a location. So all of this looking pretty straight on of what it kind of looks like in real life. I mean, you have the bridge, cruise ships park over there. That's actually the Royal Caribbean parking lot. So if you did go get on a cruise ship in real life, this is where you would go. You have Norwegian over here. Massive mansions over on these islands over here. This screenshot looking right at Vice City beachfront, a massive hotel with a pool. This is the exact spot, the W South Beach Hotel. This is probably the balcony I'll be looking off on. And let's look over here. This is the angle we have. Looking down at the pool with Miami Beach in the front. That is actually perfect. Imagine this in GTA 6. This one is also kind of crazy. Just as one screenshot on the beach, you can see two buildings. One is a little round one, another little hotel, maybe a third one. It's background buildings over there, of course, on Vice City Beach. Now let's go to Miami Beach. You have the same building right here. 1-to-1 scale almost. With some more buildings in the background. Definitely way more buildings in real life. And again, this square hotel. And this is basically where I'm convinced someone just at Rockstars looked at this one picture and was like, okay, this could be a screenshot for the marketing. Yeah, sure. It was 1-to-1 scale right here. Kind of insane to think that we will be standing on this beach in just over 1 year. So this next location is the street mural art with the police on the side. And you see right here, it looks really the same color pattern, everything. It's kind of crazy. The background doesn't match up too much. Downtown in the distance is facing the right direction. But you see the gate right here. The gate right here, that is very important. Let's go into Street View. It is at 199 Northeast 60th Street. in Miami. And look, this is present day, November 2024. Looks very different, but we just go over here. June 2018, which is probably when they scouted out this area. The color pattern, everything. This is kind of straight on with me. Kind of crazy how someone found this, but just looking at this, that is that is actually kind of crazy. Even has the little cornering to the building gate right here again, and I think that's downtown in the background. Where are we facing? We're facing this way. Yeah, that is downtown in the distance, so that matches up perfectly. In this tiny little clip we see on the Rockstar Games website, we see Lucy in the background, character right here, on a shootout with the police, and you see the bank in the background. So let's go to this location in real life. Where is this? Some kind of bank, it looks like. Again, very similar windows, and this is the bank. All the windows, Santar. I'm not gonna try to pronounce that. Some Miami stuff. You have a good boy walking a dog. Okay, but yeah, you have the dumpster sitting right in the parking lot right here in the gameplay clip. Yeah, it's 100% the location. Now, guys, tell me if you recognize this location. Yeah, that's right. It is the Gates Hotel, South Beach, and you even have the basketball court right here on the rooftop. And this is the main hotel they are looking at. Here you have it, the basketball court and the hotel. Pretty similar layout, a little bit different. We have a pool right here. Can we find the pool? Looks to be more over to the left, so maybe this is a more accurate representation of it. But yeah, very similar. And here, let's zoom out, right, beachfront property right here. And this is just some of the buildings on this screenshot coming from the GTA 6 mapping project Discord server. I'm not gonna go show you guys these are one by one, but you have all the different buildings, some hotels, a lot of hotels actually. Yeah, just basically a bunch of hotels on the beach. Okay, so now it's time to move on to the keys. We had enough of Vice City. We all know where Vice City is in real life. Let's move on to the keys. Try to find Jason's house too. Okay, so in one of the screenshots, we have this building right here. Looks like a little cafe. Definitely enterable. A lot of NPCs around it. And here it is in real life. The Tipsy Cow. Gotta love it. Again, exact blue steps, 100% a match, color pattern, everything. And that's gonna be a big area as well. I'm thinking big tourist attraction. And also, you see the Watson Bay. That's what this little area is called over here. You have some boats. Probably a little port as well. Maybe some fishing stuff going on. Little side missions over here. Good view of downtown. Well, someone thinks they have found it. Just a little bit different, more of on the outskirts, but at least someone says that they think this might be it. The Charlotte Harbor Water Tower. Another location we really only have one screenshot of, and a little snippet in the trailer is Mount Caliga. Are you guys ready for Mount Caliga Mystery in GTA 6? Mount Caliga Mystery 2.0, a bunch of jokes about that, but this is apparently the Norland Phosphate mine in Bartow, Florida. Here you have some screenshots. Looks pretty exact, I'm not gonna lie. You even have some dirt trails over here, so definitely looks like an area that you would ride bikes in real life, gotta say that. And yeah, basically, it looks exact, except for this one building right here. It looks pretty much the same. Of course, all these would kind of look the same in real life, but pretty good location find right here. Also, some people are saying this might be in Georgia. We do have some little Easter eggs of Georgia by a license plate called Gloriana. There's not that many locations in Florida that look like this. I mean, there are some up more the north, but that's pretty much where Georgia is, basically, Florida-Georgia line. So there will definitely be some Easter eggs towards Georgia in GTA 6. And this might be somewhere near it, obviously. Most northern part of the map, maybe. And if it is, it's interesting because will they not surround the whole map with water? Maybe the north will actually be just a line like RDR2 where you can't cross. I mean, obviously now we know why, because in RDR2 there are many glitches to get past that line. You can even get into Mexico in RDR2. So maybe they'll try it in GTA 6 where it's just a line and all you see over is a bunch of hills in Georgia. And this little screenshot right here in Port Gellhorn, which was, I think, the poster shot on the website, you see this little shack right here, train tracks, water tower. It's very similar to Waldo, Florida. You have a little shack, again, little mini shack right here. Train tracks, so very similar right here. And also the location would match up for where Port Gellhorn is, kind of near Tampa a little bit. So definitely would match up here. This is most likely what it might be based off of, according to the community. So looking at the fan-made map, here is where it would be. Also, you do have the racetrack, which was in leaked gameplay clips as well. And we do know there's going to be a racetrack because it's also in the event list. So you're probably going to be able to actually race on a racetrack, which is pretty cool. Also, in this screenshot, you do see the little power plant over here. And people say they have found this as well. It appears to be a TECO plant. Here's what it looks like in real life close-up picture. And here is where the location would be. Again, downtown Tampa over here. The Bay Area right here. Right here is where Port Gellhorn would be. So for now, that is all the big locations I want to take a look at. Go to the Discord server. I'll link it down in the description and comments. There are building to building locations that they show off. I don't want to go that in depth because this video would be hours long. I just wanted to showcase the main parts, main screenshots of locations that in real life you might want to know about because those will be major parts of the storyline, game, and some of the most visited areas. And again, go check out Joel's video. Amazing, 100% must watch for any GTA fan. Very good watch right there. And if you guys got this far into the video, I promise you liked it, so leave a like and subscribe to the video I make next.